Hello, once again, this is Eric with Master Tool Repair. Today we're just going to identify the specifications on your motor and just a short video on how to decide which motor replacement will work on your compressor. Here we have a very typical 5 horsepower motor for air compressors. And just a note, you want to certainly replace your motor with the OEM original equipment. So if you do have your make or model number in your compressor, certainly in your manual, order the same OEM number to ensure you do get the correct replacement motor. Or go on mastertoolrepair.com, type in your model number, and we have a parts list where you can identify the OEM motor. Or call into a sales rep, of course, to identify the replacement. However, if you do not have the make and model number on your compressor, you can use these specifications on your original motor to identify and match it up with one of the motors we offer. In this case, we have a very popular Marathon Electric 5 horsepower motor. Here's the label with all of our specifications. Just going to identify what they mean. Horsepower, of course, HP. In the top left, in this case, it's SPL, which stands for special. Notated by special. Again, that is a proprietary motor for this make and model. So it might state SPL. Usually, typically, we'll have a 3 to 5, horsepower rating. 3, 5, 7.5 be right there next to the HP. V voltage, 230 volts in this case, is a 3450 RPM motor. You definitely want to make sure you match up your RPM if you can. That is going to be directly affect the CFM of the motor, of course. The CFM of the pump, so the output will be directly affected by the RPM of the motor. This is a 15 running amp motor. Of course, the startup amps will be about twice that, but this is a 15 running amp motor. You'll see rating, a continuous, CONT. That is a continuous duty motor. So it is a industrial motor used for continuous use. And below that, you usually find the application of the motor. In this case, it is an air compressor motor. Top right, we have HZ Hertz, 60 Hertz, and PH, which is phase. So this is a single phase or one phase motor. Most smaller motors are. You have some larger 5 horse, 7, 10, 15 horsepower, etc. They run on 3-phase power, but this is a single phase motor. You have, of course, service factor SF1. The code can mean something proprietary to the manufacturer of the motor, but SF1 is a service factor of 1. You want to make sure that does match your original motor. And FR, very important. FR is the frame size of the motor. In this case, it is a 56 frame. You want to pay attention to that letter after. It may have a letter after, such as 56Y. Or you may have a 184T frame or 143T frame. That letter afterwards is very important. You have some motors that have a letter in front of the number, like R56, for instance. That letter is not terribly important. It's the letter after the number that matters. This is a standard 56 frame, not a 56Y or what have you. And of course, you'll have on the right side a wiring diagram, usually located there or on the inside of the cover that covers the motor wires and contacts. And it says non-reversible rotation. It'll state on the motor if you have a reversible motor. Some are, some are not. In this case, it is not. This is a counterclockwise motor. Almost every compressor typically runs in counterclockwise rotation. And that's looking at the shaft or the flywheel of the motor. Runs in counterclockwise rotation. If it ran clockwise rotation, the fins are angled on the flywheel and they would not cool the pump. They run in counterclockwise rotation so that the fins can cool the pump down. So looking at the shaft, it would be a counterclockwise rotation. The shaft size of the motor is not on the label. Typically has something that's very easy to measure. You just simply take a tape measure even, the outside diameter of the shaft, and it will you'll get your shaft measurement. Of course, this one is a 5/8 inch shaft, so it measures 5/8 inch OD. Other typical shaft sizes will be, say, 3/4 inch, 7/8 inch, 1 1/8 inch. So just take a tape measure, and so you can pull it right across the outside diameter. And in this case, it's 5/8. There's a simple video how to identify specifications on your motor. Again, if you have any questions, call a sales rep or visit www.mastertoolrepair.com for more information. Thank you for watching.